Warriors. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about your state of mind. Your state of mind and how you react in certain situations. Knowing yourself well enough to trust yourself in situations that might be a little harsh. Knowing yourself well enough to trust yourself with your own family in a situation where things are tough. Giving yourself a steady state of mind, knowing exactly how you yourself will react in different situations. It could be anything, a house fire to a nuclear standoff. But I think that is very important to have the sun. I think it's quite important to have that readiness in your mind and knowing that you are in fact willing to do what is necessary to carry on. So first things I wanted to talk about is how will you react in a situation where, let's just say, the grid is down? How will you react in a situation where, let's just say, the stores are closed and you can't get food, you can't get first aid, you can't run to the hospital when you're injured? How will you fare in a situation like that? So here's what I say do, here's what I do often, and here's what I suggest that one might do to help their own self. Create a situation in your mind, create a situation that is less than favorable, and then conquer it. Go out in your mind, set yourself in that situation, and then conquer it. There are many ways to do that. One is, I know some of you have vivid imaginations. So another way to do that I find that works for certain people is look at a picture of, I don't know, a Walmart in the middle of a riot, or a person in the middle of a storm. Look at that picture and then apply yourself in that situation. While looking at the picture, apply yourself in that situation and then head on. See what you'll do in that situation. Give yourself a little bit of a harsh environment in your mind to make sure you don't have too much on your side, and make sure you're not destitute in your mind. And then go on. Steady on through the situation and see what you do. Give yourself that reassurance in your mind that, alright, if I was in this situation in real life, I could conquer it. That's I personally think that's very necessary if we're to steady on in things to come. Another thing I think helps a wee bit is to watch a video of, watch a video of 9/11, something like that. Watch a video, a little snippet from, I'm not saying zombies are ever gonna become a thing, but watch a little snippet from World War Z, the movie World War Z, or I Am Legend, and then apply yourself in that situation. Mentally take yourself out of this world where you have all your comforts. Take yourself out of this world where you can go inside to the AC and live luxurious. Take yourself out of that world and put yourself in the world of I Am Legend, or in the world of The Walking Dead. Not that I watched The Walking Dead, but I know it's about zombies. So put yourself in that world and see how you would fare. What would you do in that situation? How would your state of mind be? What would you do? That's very important. Another thing you can do is imagine yourself, just sit down for a moment and imagine yourself with, a van on half empty. You got your kids in the back and they're all depending on you to get where you're going safely. Put yourself in that situation. How would you react? Could you keep your sanity? You know your kids well enough. You know your mom well enough, your dad well enough. How are they going to react in that situation? Are they going to be panicking? If they're going to panic, then you make them panic up here. Make sure they're panicking up here and steady on the situation. Conquer the situation in your mind so that if that situation ever arises in real life, you know at least, well, I've been through this before in my mind. I've been through this before in my head. Well, I did this in my head, so let me try it in real life. Another thing is, make sure it's practical. Make sure it's practical enough that don't just make yourself win in your head. Don't just say, okay, I did this in my head, so I'm winning. No, make sure that if it's in here, make sure it'll work in real life. Don't just say, okay, well, I have a gun, so, and I shot and it killed this thing. No, make yourself miss sometimes. Make sure your shot sometimes in your head misses, so you might have to shoot again. Make it practical is all I'm saying. Make it realistic. Don't make yourself the hero in your head. Don't just make yourself the hero. Don't make yourself that person who's just go lucky all the time. I'm not saying make yourself someone who's just can't help themselves or can't hit the target. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is make sure it's realistic. Make sure that in a real life situation, what you've gone through in your head can apply. What you've done in your mind can apply. We call it mind training. Let's call it for the sake of the argument, let's call it mind training on here. So make sure your mind training is good. Make sure you know how you would react in a situation. One more thing I wanted to talk about is, as far as learning how you would react in a situation, is know how much you can eat. Know how much you would eat. Know how much you would spare yourself not eating. I know a lot of people think, oh, well, when the time comes, I'll just miss a meal. I'll just skip a meal. I just won't eat that day. I'll just give the food to my mom. That's not that easy. It's not that simple. I'm warning you and I'm telling you now, it's not that simple. You might find it easy in your mind to do. In your mind, you might be thinking, oh yeah, it'll be easy for me to miss a meal when it comes to my mom. Make sure that's the case. Start now. Miss a meal sometimes. It's okay. Miss a meal. It's alright. You won't die. You'll be fine. Sometimes when you're thirsty, how about just when you want a glass of water, just tell yourself, I'll go an extra 15 minutes without getting that glass of water. I'll go an hour without getting that sandwich I was gonna make. Oh, it's hot out here. I'll go another 15 minutes without going inside to the AC. Yeah, I'll make that a whole nother topic of a video. Going without. We'll call that next video going without. Make that a brand new topic. Make sure you can go without. Alright, warriors. Thank you for watching. Stay cool. Stay out of the heat. Keep prepping. I'll see you on the eve of battle.